At a Senate Foreign Relations Committee hearing on October 23rd, Senator Murphy sharply questioned Brent Bozell, the nominee for ambassador to South Africa. Murphy asked if the U.S. should adopt a race-based refugee system. He then pressed Bozell on whether he supports reinstating laws that would limit voting rights exclusively to white citizens.
Should we have a race-based refugee admissions policy as a nation? In other words, do you support having a refugee admissions policy that admits white refugees only? So let me ask you that question again. I don't want to get into the specifics of the Afrikaner issue. Do you support having a refugee admissions policy in this country that only admits white refugees?
Senator, I don't make that policy.
Well, but it's really important. But I think this is if I were to ask this question of virtually any nominee to be an ambassador prior to this panel, that would be an easy layup answer. No, of course we don't support having a refugee policy where we only admit white people. So why can't you give me your personal view on that?
Because, Senator, I am here to serve America and to do what the president is asking me to do. I'll be following the executive order of February.
Would you support reinstituting laws in this country to only allow white people to vote?
Senator, I'm going to serve as ambassador to South Africa, and I'm going to focus on that.
You will not share your personal views on whether it is right or wrong to reinstitute discriminatory policies in this country to prevent black people from voting?
Senator, my personal views are irrelevant. I am serving here to do what the president is asking me to do in South Africa.
Well, that's just simply not true. The whole reason that you're appearing before this committee is because your personal views, your history is absolutely relevant to your fitness to serve. We wouldn't have this process if your personal views were not relevant. That is pretty stunning that you will not share your views not only on whether we should have a refugee admissions process that is race-based, but you won't share your personal views on whether we should reimpose discriminatory treatment against black Americans. That is absolutely relevant to your qualifications to serve, and your refusal to answer it, I hope, is something that every member of this committee will think about.
For more congressional news, stay tuned to Congress Clips, and thanks for watching.